Welcome back to Magnetic String Works. So today on the workbench we have this Recording King parlor guitar. It's an S11 series single O, so it's a nice size. And a friend of mine dropped it off here because he wants the tuning machines changed. You can see them here. I've already done 4, and I figured I'd do a short video just showing how we ream these holes out and try not to cause too much damage.
Welcome to Magnetic String Works. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more video content.
So 4 of them have already been done. I've got a little bit of tear out here, and that's hard to avoid. You'll see some of I'll show you the ferrules that were in there. I guess they push them on when the finish isn't quite cured. You can see here, look, the side. I'm surprised I got away with it. So there's one that's got a chunk of stuff. There's a couple that are clean. Oh, that's got some stuff. That one's perfectly clean. But here's another one showing more finish and stuff on it. So, you know, I didn't promise him that it wouldn't go without some sort of chip out. But that's not too bad. So we'll see what we can do with these other 2 right here. So let's have a look at the tools. Got a little mallet here with a rubber and a plastic end. Got the tuning machines, and these are exact fits. They're exact same tuning machines except the finish, right? So this is like an antique sort of bronze finish. The ones that came on it were chrome like that. So I think they look good, and you can see them here. Chrome versus the antique bronze. I think it looks better like that. Got a reamer, got a punch, screwdriver, string winder, and just I made a couple, like a caul here to press the ferrule into place. Same here on the end of this clamp, just to protect it. So let me walk you through the steps. Well, first thing we're going to do is take the string off, of course. So we're just going to take the 6th string off. I don't like that over-under wrap thing. You don't need to do that. Anyways, get the string out of the way. I'll use this little cheap string peg remover. Alright, so there we go. String there. Put that string aside. We're going to change the string, so I won't keep those. I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to put it on the flat side of this rest. Now, it's this one. It's easy to get confused when you flip it over. So I'm going to take the screws out. Again, it's an exact swap. So far, the holes have all lined up. The screw holes, which is good. I haven't had to plug and fill anything. Famous last words, of course. As you can see, the new tuner, it fits exactly in that ferrule. It's the same diameter, everything. Now we need to get that ferrule out. So the trick here is to get it out without chipping any of the finish. So I'm using this punch here. And this punch is part of a set. And this is 5/16. So this seems to be a good diameter. It offers enough pressure on the rim of the ferrule without, you know, keeping it in line. So I'm just going to tap it gently. Actually, I'm going to flip it around. A few little taps. I'm going to flip it over and see if it moved. Because I really don't want to pull up any finish. So it didn't really move, so this might be stuck a little bit. Give it another couple of taps. Oh, I think I felt it move there. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like it's going to come out cleanly. So again, flip it over again. Be gentle. Some light taps. There it goes. So you can see it definitely was put in there when the finish hadn't cured yet. Flip it over. Oh good. So no damage or anything. So I'm going to take the reamer and I'm just going to chamfer out this hole a little bit, ream it out to start. And the reason we're doing that, I don't want to use a drill right away because you could tear this all up. Even though the inside diameter of these ferrules, the inside diameter is the same, it's the outside diameter that's different, and you can see much thicker. Whoop, can I get you in the camera? It's much thicker, right? So I have to ream this hole out to fit that new diameter, so it's got quite a bit to go. So I'll do a few more turns. I'm going to flip it over and I'm just going to ream out the back of the hole as well. That way when I do put a drill through here, I'm not going to tear anything out. You don't have to do much, just a little bit, just enough so the drill doesn't catch in there. Alright, flip it over. So now you're sort of trial and error, so I'm just going to keep going. You don't want to go too far, so you can feel it once it starts to set in there. I'm going to do 4 or 5 turns at a time now, if that. Getting close. And when you're using a chamfering tool like this, of course, it makes an angled cut. So that it's going to angle down like that, just like the tool. Right? So it's going to fit. What I want to do is get it so that it fits at the top. Then I'm going to use the drill to straighten out the hole a bit. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, we're almost there. So if you can take the ferrule and push it in with your fingers and get it to, maybe about 1/16 of an inch, that's pretty good. So now I need to straighten out the hole a little bit. See if I just push this over. Because of that angle, right? Because of that chamfer. I need to straighten that out. So I've got my bit here. I think this is a 3/8 bit. And it's 25/64 if you really want to know. So what I'm going to make sure now is I'm not going to run this forward, I'm going to run it backwards. I'm going to put in the hole perpendicular to the headstock. I'm just going to help straighten out the hole a bit. Not going through. I'm just helping it to straighten out. Yeah, so I've just been able to push out my fingers almost all the way, so I think we're pretty much there. So next step is I'm going to take this little caul, just a piece of wood with some leather taped to it. I'm going to hold that underneath, take this clamp, and I just double stick tape another piece of leather. right there. It's moved a bit, so let me get the right spot. There we go. So combination, put this underneath so we protect the back of the headstock. I'm going to put this right over the ferrule. There we go. Takes a little coordination. Then I'm going to turn this until it starts to tighten. And you'll feel it set itself down there. There we go. Nice. So you check it, it's nice and flush. Alright, that looks good. Put that aside. So now we're going to flip it over. Again, I'm going to flip my stand so it's flat. And we're going to get the right tuner in there. Whoop, that's not the right one, eh? Yeah, the holes are pretty good. They're just a touch off, but it seems to center itself once you start putting the screws in, so that's good. Very tiny screws, of course. So I like to lift the tuner up a bit, start it in the existing hole. That pulls the tuner into position. Don't go all the way, about halfway. I'm going to do it on the other side now at the top. There we go. Alright. Then you can snug it down. I get them both about, you try and keep it even. Make sure it's still straight. Yep, it's straight. There we go. Alright, one more to go, then we'll string this guitar up. So an interesting feature of this recording king guitar, and I'll just take that out, get the string out. Of course this one doesn't want to come out. There we go. Is the saddle is actually tilted forward, which, I don't know, seems like it shouldn't be like that. It should be straight up and down. So, after looking at this, there's a little wooden shim in here, and then the pickup is in there. So this is kind of strange. When we put that in, and you put the saddle in, look at that. That really moves. It shouldn't do that. That's going to lean forward, and it was leaning forward. So I will string it up, and I'm pretty sure it's going to lean forward again. Kind of strange. Just going to give the frets a light polish with a 1000 grit fret eraser. They're very thin frets, like mandolin frets. And why there's frets up here, I have no idea. Not sure whose hands can reach up there. Maybe somebody. Clean that off. And so my buddy gave me this here, Belmont boar oil, to use on the neck. I haven't used that before, so give it a try. Let me know in the comments if you've used this before, boar oil. Let's put a few drops. Let's see how easily it spreads. Yeah, it spreads pretty nicely. Soaking in there. Again, a little less is better. You can always add some. Otherwise you're going to be continuously wiping the fretboard for the next few days. So all the oil. And you don't need to condition the board every time you change the strings, but I would say once a season. Certainly spring and winter, but once a season should be good. Alright, so we've got D'Addario 12 to 53 light gauge strings. The strings that were on here were 13 to 56s. Now, for a parlor guitar like that, to have 13 gauge strings, I don't know. That seems like a lot of gauge. I'd even say put 11s on, but anyways, we're going to go for 12s, and we'll see how they work out. Change is completed. We've got the 12 gauges on there, so I've taken some measurements, and as it sits, the action is about, yeah, we're just about 4/64ths, so that's really nice at the 12th fret. The neck relief is about 7 or 8,000 at the 7th fret, which is good. There's no buzzing, and the first fret action, we're sitting right around 17,000. So again, no buzzing when we strum, and when we play, everything sounds good. So really my only concern is this saddle. As you can see, it's all tilted, and that's because the route for the saddle in the bridge is wider than the saddle. So I have to think someone's changed this. Maybe they sanded it down or put a different saddle in. I'm not sure. So it plays, but I definitely don't think that's the way it's supposed to be. Anyways, I'll talk to the owner. He'll check it out and play it for a while, and maybe we'll be back in the shop. Maybe it won't. Alright, thanks again for watching.